My Hero Academia. Those words in your mind can either awaken the weirdest fan base in chips or just Attack on Titan. Like, it's literally just Attack on Titan now. But for real though, we're on season 6 of My Hero and arguably the best season of the show. And I can see all you little season 3 Stain simps like, oh my god, Stain, oh please Stain, step on me. No matter how hard you try, you're not gonna get a bigger stain on your pants beating your meat than me, because I'm just built like that. But for real though, I'm not gonna hold you guys any further. Let me start talking about My Hero now, and probably spoilers if you haven't watched up to this point, so you've been warned. And the first thing I'm going to talk about may sound a bit unusual, but it'll all make sense soon. We're going to talk about the color palette of the show. And woo, I know, colors, we've all seen them before. See that color right there? That's obviously green. If you look at how the show was before in season 1 and in season 6, you can see that the colors are very vibrant compared to now. Deku during that time was slowly building himself to become the greatest hero, and there wasn't really much tension stopping him. Now compare that to the weight of the situation he's in now. If you haven't seen the show so far, it's basically Deku becomes Spider-Man. The animators didn't get to go home. I've actually seen a few dead bodies at Studio Bones' place. Pretty sure Mob Psycho did it for them. And now Deku's emo. I know I said spoilers, but I kinda need to clarify that he's literally just Spider-Man and Batman. Now back to colors. If we compare how this season started during the Meta Liberation War, the colors were still very vibrant. But as shit got real, Deku became obsessed with protecting the people he let down and reflects on the colors. The colors are now very grey and dark and just emo. And it's raining all the damn time, just like in the UK. Why do I live here? Why do I live here? Why do I live here? I hate me. Let me out. The colors themselves make it seem that there isn't hope in the world, and that's exactly what they were going for. People finally are starting to question why this guy who's a fucking tree is more powerful than the police force and could plow down the government if he wanted to. Because hey, that's a pretty valid argument there. This lost trust within society is reflected on Deku's mental state. Deku's that typical shonen protagonist who wants to protect everyone no matter what happens. Almost too much, and that's kinda why I like Denji. But with everything that's happened and how suddenly it unfolded, we get to see the effects of that on society and on him. Deku's still that same person, but knows that all thrones after him, and only after him. Also, in one of the newer episodes, when he goes back to the school, people know he's endangering them. So he breaks down like what every typical 16-year-old would do in this situation. And he blames himself for what happened, even though there was like a fucking colossal titan there. Like, what the hell is this? He loses that trust in society and just starts doing it himself. Like, look at this guy. See? But I think everyone watching My Hero right now is up for this change. The author almost knew what his age of the audience was and kind of like grew up with them. Made it more serious as everybody matured. This is why Chainsaw Man is one of my favorite shows, as you can tell from the upload schedule. Like, my god, I have to stop. Chainsaw Man is not afraid to kill off a character or two, which My Hero is doing now. A lot of people got fucked up in the war and now are legit struggling in the hospital. Seeing a guy like Endeavor covered with fire and he can't even breathe air is just hilarious. And they just made society seem real now. People are finally questioning what they believed in and how they were let down by who they trusted. I swear to god, I feel like I'm talking about Andrew Tate now. Fuck me. The last thing we're gonna talk about is his multiple quirks, and I'm gonna be totally honest, it seemed cheap for him to get so many quirks at once, but then it paid off. Every one of them is used in a way that feels good and not overused, and try to return the world to what it was, a shithole. He now has Black Whip, Smoke Screen, Fajin, Danger Sense, and Gear Shift. We haven't seen that one yet, but I think it's good. And Float. I swear, he's just ripping off ideas! But the speed he learns all of them just shows his pure determination. The world right now is struggling and he wants to be that light in the darkness. But now it's at a point where that darkness is too much. You can't escape it. If you watch Spider-Man, let me pull up a quote real quick.
I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while.
But the one thing they love more than a hero
Is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Because I want MJ's bussy.
This quote is actually super accurate to what's happening now. In all of Deku's efforts in society, all it does is hate him for what's happened. Bro didn't even do anything. All he did was become Spider-Man. He's just trying his best, guys.
Tequila.
But yeah, that's My Hero Academia. This season is almost over and it's been a crazy ride, but I'm glad we got some really good fights and Deku becoming the GOAT he was meant to be. After the monstrosity that was season 5, I'm glad they brought My Hero back to its former glory. That season literally got rid of my insomnia, bro. It was so boring. Seeing Deku in a state like that was just so refreshing, but I hope he stays like this for the rest of the show. And if he doesn't...
Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god!
僕らの思いも全部話さないよ全部だけの明日はこの言いたいのさ辛いが広い